I've been shaking. I love it when you go crazy. You take all my...
Hi, I'm Samuel Hoffman.
Hi, this is William Bowles.
And we're Ask the Agents, real estate agents at the Corcoran Group in New York City.
All right, so here we are. It's Tuesday at 11 a.m. We have a tape show this week. We have some carryover questions from our last show, which I'm just going to bring up real quickly. While I'm doing that, fill some time.
We're on location today, FYI, and we are in a great new listing that'll be coming to market. And William,
would you like to tease them with anything about that listing?
It is a Park Avenue new listing.
All you have to say is Park Avenue.
All right, fine. I got this. Wait.
How's that for a tease? All you have to say is Park Avenue.
Okay.
We had some questions earlier. Here's the first question. Can you talk about the benefits between renting and owning if I can't take care of my big house anymore? I currently live in California. So this is a past client of mine living in California talk about the benefits between renting and owning, right? So the real question is, should you buy or should you rent if moving to the city? I'm interpreting it that way. It's really going to depend on your specific situation. There is certainly a benefit to getting equity in something.
Absolutely.
And treating New York City real estate as an investment. A lot of people do that.
I personally always tell people it's like a blue chip stock. You know, sometimes the market in the city will be down, but at the end of the day, it's New York City real estate. You know, it's always a great sound investment.
I think the secret to that too, or the asterisk to the end of that is as long as you hold on to the apartment long enough.
Oh, see, and I was going to say as long as you have great agents like us.
As long as you have great agents as well. But as long as you hold on to the apartment, generally the 5 to 7 year time frame seems to be good no matter what the market and no matter what the market sort of correction is, or market cycle is the better word, not correction. So it's really going to depend on why you're buying it, how much you're going to use it. This particular question I know came in from someone who was thinking of buying a pied-à-terre. So I think what you do is you can even do a cost analysis, a numbers analysis. How much would it cost you to pay for a hotel room X number of times a year versus how much is it going to cost you, and are you going to get any tax benefits plus the equity that you're building up in owning a place? We're finding that the rental market's a little soft right now, so you can get some deals, right? That will change at some point, of course, as it always does. We're also finding that there's some buyer opportunities out there, and that could change as well.
There definitely. No, I just wanted to add on your thing of, hotel rooms add up, and it's not only that, but it's having your own property is like, it's your place, so you can come and go as you please. You can put stuff there. It's it's something to be said about having your own place. Besides, instead of having a hotel room every night. So.
And I'll add on to that. If you're actually buying a condo versus a cooperative, you can really treat it like an investment property. And if you decide that you want to rent it out for a year,
absolutely.
You can't really Airbnb it. We don't do that in the city.
It's illegal.
It is illegal in the city. However, you can get a tenant in there for a year, 2 years. That means that you don't have to sell something. If your life changes and you're suddenly not using the apartment anymore, that's a great flexibility that a condo affords.
And co-ops, some co-ops you're able to do it. It just varies from co-op to co-op. But condos across the board are definitely great for that.
Here's the second question. What areas of New York City do you two work in most? So I'll start. I'll let you finish.
Okay.
We work all over the city. I work all over the city. We're currently standing in an apartment on Park Avenue and 35th Street. The majority of my business comes from the Upper West Side. Even more of a teaser. The majority of the business comes from the Upper West Side. However, I cover the east side, the west side, downtown. What about you?
All over as well. I find most of my stuff is predominantly Upper West, Upper East, but I've done stuff in the West Village. We're now here, Park Avenue, so I've done all over. But our office is located kind of like almost Upper West, Midtown West.
But you live downtown.
I do live downtown, but I've always, since I've been in real estate, I've chosen to be uptown for most of the time.
But he would gladly take a Chelsea listing.
I'll take any listing y'all want to give me, of course. The agent that cares.
The agent that cares. All right, we have another question.
Our last question number 3, to round off this segment is, if you have outdoor space, when is a good time to list? Does it matter when you list your apartment? William?
Well, I would say if you had an ideal scenario when you could list whenever you wanted, like putting everything else aside, all your other motivation to sell and timing and all of that, spring into summer is your best time, because if you're selling outdoor space, you're trying to catch a buyer's eye who wants outdoor space and is willing to pay for that outdoor space because it obviously comes at a premium. So you want to be able to have your buyers come in and literally step out on the outdoor space, hopefully on a beautiful spring or summer day where they're enjoying sunshine and blue sky and birds chirping and all of that, right? It's a much better scenario than trying to sell outdoor space with a foot of snow on the ground, for example. So I think the short answer is spring into summer, but I think the longer answer is what is your motivation to sell? What is your timing? Where are you going? Are you having to, are you jumping into another sale? Do you have to time it that way? Because obviously at the different times of the year, when you turn into a buyer, if you're a seller, you're affected by that market as well.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So, what do you got going on? We have Memorial Day this past weekend. You were in Bermuda.
Bermuda. Can you tell my natural tan here is just absolutely.
Full disclosure: we're taping this before he goes away to Bermuda, but you'll be seeing this. You'll be seeing this after he's back.
When you're watching this, I'll have a nice tan watching it with you. And William will be in Connecticut, where he has a beautiful home.
Yes, I may be tan as well.
Yeah, I was going to say a beautiful home. I hope to get an invite one day soon. Anyways, we hope you guys had an amazing Memorial Day weekend, relaxing, productive. Definitely hope you guys saw some new properties and some listings. Once again, I'm Samuel Hoffman.
I'm William Bowles. Before we throw it to next week, we're going to ask you to like this, share it, love it, right?
Follow us,
That's
comment
really all
down
we
below.
ask. We don't even ask you to work with us. We just ask you to like
Share
our
this
videos and share them.
And share them, and just ask questions.
Yeah.
Anything you want.
And as you can see from this tape segment, if you send us questions in between our Tuesday live shows, we save them and we
we
start off
definitely
the
get
next
back. We
segment
don't
with it.
miss one question. We don't miss any questions. Excuse me. And stay tuned for this one's coming in hot, y'all.
Coming in hot.
Hot.
It's coming
See
in
y'all
hot.
next week.
See you next week.
Baby, there's nothing holding me back.